Hi, and welcome to this edition of Discover Indy Parks. My name is Linda Broadfoot. I'm your director of Indy Parks, and we're here today at fabulous Perry Park on the south side. We're here with our park manager, Paul Evans. Welcome to the show, Paul.
Thanks.
So tell us a little bit about where we are today. Tell us where Perry Park is so folks can find it, and tell us, we're here outside. We've got the playground and other things. What all goes on here?
Well, we're located on the south side of Indianapolis. We're right in between US 31 and Meridian Street, right off of Stop 11, and right next to Perry Meridian Middle School. So Perry has a little bit of everything. We've got some athletic fields. We got a lot of soccer players, a lot of volleyball players that like to play outdoors, particularly in the summertime. We have a little nature trail that goes through the wooded area, basketball and tennis courts on our playground here on the outside. Obviously the swimming pool during the summertime is one of the more popular amenities. And then the ice rink, which is probably the most popular amenity here at the park.
Right. So aside from the ice rink, which we know is very popular and sort of beloved here in our city, what do you think makes Perry Park special? What brings people back year after year?
Perry Park, I think, is one of those parks that it's just been around for such a long time, and it has such a diverse number of offerings that people have varied interests, and they're just used to coming here. They come here in the springtime or summertime to, visit the pool or picnic outside, play on the playground. They come in the wintertime to skate. It's just one of those things that it's a family tradition for a lot of folks here on the south side.
Do you know any history of the park? Do you know how long it's been around, or any sort of tales from the past that go along with the park?
Well, the park itself was established in 1961. It's kind of a cooperative between Perry Township and the Indy Parks. The ice rink itself wasn't built until 1971, and it actually started as an outdoor rink. In fact, where the warming hut used to be is still actually part of the current building, although it's no longer a warming hut. But most of what you see out here now was due to some major construction back in the early 90s. Around 1992 was when the playground and the pool and the ice rink were put to their current configuration.
So, are there other amenities out here? Do you have shelters that folks can rent for parties, that sort of thing?
Yeah, we have two shelters. Actually, there's one over here by the playground just behind us. And then there's one over by the wooded area that people like because it gets a little bit more shade in the summertime. So.
Cool. So before we go inside and, explore this legendary ice rink, and before I humiliate myself on ice skates, you've brought a lot of great energy to Indy Parks. What do you like about working for Parks?
I've always been kind of a people person, and I've also enjoyed sports most of my life. I'm kind of a hockey guy myself, so working here at the ice rink is kind of a natural fit for me. I get to meet all kinds of great people. We've got great families here on the south side that come and either figure skate or play hockey, or just come to skate and just come to use the park. So.
Awesome. All right, so the outside here at Perry Park is lovely, but we all know the ice rink is where a lot of the action happens, so that's where we're going to head next. All right, so we are now inside at the ice rink, the fabulous, famous Perry Park ice rink. Tell us a little bit about where we are and what all goes on here.
Okay, so this is actually an NHL size arena, which is 200 by 85 feet. We've got a number of different user groups that come out here. We have everything from public skating to youth hockey to adult hockey to figure skating to broom ball, you name it.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about, I know it's not open year-round, it's not skating season in the summer, so what's the time of year that we're open, and what are the hours that people can come and skate?
So we are a seasonal rink. We usually open around late September to first weekend of October, and usually go until about the middle of March. A lot of that is weather dependent, of course. Once it starts getting warm, it makes it a little tougher to keep the ice up, but.
So I know it's quite a process. I mean, this ice is nice and flat, and it takes a lot of work to get it ready for the season. So tell me a little bit about what all you guys do out here to get the ice ready and all that stuff.
It's a pretty big process. It usually takes us about 3 weeks start to finish. Obviously, we have to clean the surface and prep it and get it ready so that we can lay down some really good ice. And then we turn the chillers on to cool the slab down. And then it takes about 10 days from start to finish when we start making ice to the finished product. So.
Is there a Zamboni?
There is.
Can I ride it?
Sure. Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. So we've got this sort of blue barrier in front of me. So what does this do for someone who's, say, 43 and hasn't skated in a few years? What do these things do? What is this new equipment?
So these are our new skate helpers. We just got them this year, added them to our rink, and they're a great tool for helping people learn how to skate. They're stackable, so small children can use one, and you can put a couple up for adults that are a little bit nervous. But it gives you a great sense of confidence, at least. When you're learning to skate, one of the big things is the fear of falling, obviously. So just having that little extra bit of support to help you balance gives you an opportunity to kind of get the habit of the rhythm down so that you can skate on your own.
So you said there are lots of user groups, lots of programs. Give us a little more example. I know there's a rich history of hockey teams out of here. Can a 3-year-old learn to skate? Can a 43-year-old learn to skate? Tell me a little bit more.
Yeah, actually, 2 of our oldest groups are the Sycamore Ice Skating Club. They've been skating out here pretty much since the park got an ice rink, and they handle all of our Learn to Skate programs. So kids that want to learn to skate, that's the best place for them to get started. And then the South Stars High School hockey team is probably another one of the oldest groups. They've been playing out of Perry for decades. And then we also have the Junior Youth Hockey. So kids that are interested in learning how to play hockey, we actually have youth and adult learn to play. So there's 2 different programs there. So.
Curling? Is there curling that happens here?
We do not have curling at the rink yet. It could be something to be added should the right group approach us and set something up. So we are capable of hosting it, that's for sure.
You got any tricks in there you can show us today?
I actually started skating relatively late in life myself. I didn't actually I roller skated, but didn't really learn to ice skate until I was in my 40s actually, but I do okay.
So, you referenced that the ice isn't here all year round, so does this area just sit empty in the summer, or what goes on here?
No, actually we do have some interesting programs that happen here during the summertime. Once the ice is down, usually around beginning to middle of April, we have roller derby groups that come in and they host bouts here, usually about 7 or 8 weekends during the summertime. Very entertaining to watch. If you haven't seen it, it's a lot of fun to come check out. We're actually starting a floorball program, which is kind of like a version of floor hockey. So for our hockey groups and kids that like to stay involved in that sport, it gives them an opportunity during the summertime to keep their skills sharp and have some fun. And it's great conditioning as well. And then one of probably the most unique programs that we host out here is the I Can Bike program. And that is run by the Easter Seals. And it's a learn to bike program for developmentally disabled individuals. They have a great time out here. They run a whole week and the kids just have a blast.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think some of that's so important to realize. I think a lot of people think of Perry Park in the winter, but there's stuff going around all year long here. So very, very cool. Thank you. So if folks want to learn more about how to come down here and skate or explore the park, where should they go? Where can they learn more about what's happening here?
So obviously the best place is to come down to the park and come talk to us in person. We've got one of the friendliest staffs around. I'd be happy to answer any kind of questions that anybody might have. They can find information about the user groups on the website. There's Sycamore ISC, .org, or juniorfieldhockey.com. That's for the figure skating or the youth hockey. And then there's also, of course, the City Perry Park website or our Facebook page.
Excellent. So find Perry Park on Facebook, on indyparks.org, or show up and see what we've got in person. Yeah. So, and I will echo that it's a friendly staff down here. They'll help you get started. They'll help you find skates and learn to skate. And that, I think, is what we're going to do after we're done taping. So with that, thank you, Paul, for joining us today. Hope folks will come down and check out Perry Park, and remember that every day is a great day in a park. Thanks.